Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Alcoa High School's Goddard Field and Bill Bailey Stadium for tonight's continuing homestand after a week off as the Warriors of Booker T. Washington invade Goddard Field. John Morgan along with Lane Gerhardt here to bring you the action. Lane had a couple of weeks off and look forward to having a good game here, get back on the winning track.
I'm looking forward to a really tight first quarter. You know me, man. You give everybody a little more chance than I do, but I think we're getting ready to do the national anthem here, John.
And tonight's national anthem will be brought to us by Josh Widener. He's a senior and bass drum player in the Alcoa High School Marching Band.
Oh, sing and you see why the gods early lie, but so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes in Christ the stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was senior bass drum player Josh Widener with tonight's rendition of the national anthem. And one of the things that we've been talking about so far as the season's gone on is people come up to us and talk to us about our good-looking shirts that we got this year.
Absolutely.
And our good-looking shirts, of course, the Under Armour gear provided to us by Richard Marsh of People's Mortgage. He's up here with us tonight. Richard, good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about what you got going on with your company, and thanks for the shirts.
Yeah, we've been in the business for about 8 years, and recently we opened up an office 2 years ago in Maryville and located in Blunt County. Real excited about that, having 15 locations in the southeastern United States, and it's a good business, and mortgages are still good.
Well, and also you've been giving back to the community quite a bit lately, and we appreciate you for that. And your legacy, the Marsh name, of course, synonymous with Alcoa High School. You got a couple of kids playing ball. One just graduated, and tell us about the little one.
I got a sophomore. He is he's offensive guard, left guard, and it looks like he's been rotating the starting rotation, so pretty excited about that, being a sophomore, so yeah, that's good.
What's the name?
Justin Marsh.
Now, Justin has been one of the good kids now. He's won Student of the Month a few times down at the middle school level, and now he's growing up. He's getting bigger now.
Well, I'm a lot more proud of his academic what he's accomplished in his academics, because he's already taken the ACT test, and he passed that as a 7th grader in middle school. So it's encouraging. I think he's got a bright future.
And the older one, Cody, what's he into now?
Yeah, my older son, Cody, he's at Maryville College, and he's a freshman there, and he plays defensive tackle for Maryville College.
Okay, well, they got a game tomorrow against Greensboro. Game time is at 1:30 up at Honecker Field. And what's the number that people can get a hold of you if they're needing to find the lowest mortgage rates in town?
You can reach us at 983-4334, or better yet, you can go to our website, which is marshbrothersmortgages.com. We'd love to hear from someone.
All right, marshbrothersmortgages.com, and the number again, 983-4334, and that's People's Mortgage. And thank you again for the shirts, and thank you for taking time to stop by and talk to us.
Thanks. Go Tornadoes.
Go Tornadoes.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Appreciate you. Once again, Richard Marsh of People's Mortgage. Of course, Richard and brothers Steve and Todd in on the business going on there, and they do pretty good work. I ain't going to complain.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, The visitors from Memphis, the Warriors, Booker T. Washington High School, across the field. A game bunch. I think the record's 2-1, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's 2-2. I think they lost their first 2 games and won 2 in a row. Of course, my memory could be off, but I think I read that online. It is possible to have 4 games under your belt by now, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. They're out there in that interesting. I was asking Rob Darty about this earlier. What they're going to do about that 9th division out there? How that's going to affect the playoffs? And he said nobody's really figured it out yet completely. But I was trying to figure it out online last night, and
well, I mean, the bottom line is this: the top 3 teams from each region are guaranteed a playoff spot, and then that'll make up 32.
Yeah.
Of the teams. So,
and as far as I know,
there's going to be 5
only
wild cards.
2A has the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. 2A, of course, added a 9th region this year. Every other classification has 8 regions. 2A now has 9, and the top 3 teams, the only teams guaranteed a playoff spot. So,
I mean, I suppose the earliest it could possibly affect Alcoa would be in the semifinals. If we ended up playing someone in the semifinals, we didn't normally meet till the finals. Well, if that number 5 region got shifted to the east a little bit.
The only other sticking point is this: as Alcoa has, I think, won the toss, and they probably will defer. No, they're going to take the rock.
Yeah.
So Alcoa will have the ball to start the football game, but. The other five at-large positions in the playoffs are going to go bottom line to the teams with the best win and loss record. And that's where you know that the 4th place team from our district is going to go, and maybe the 5th place team from our district. It's going to be interesting.
I'm not sure about that because the 4th place team in our district has to play us. They have to play, let's say theoretically, CAK. And the 4th place team out in Region 1, District 1 rather, who are they playing?
They've been playing a bunch of 1A schools.
That's my point, man.
But they've been losing to 1.
But you could be a pretty good team and come in 4th in our district.
Well, anytime that you get to the point where you are picking and choosing teams instead of saying these 4 go beforehand, you're going to run into a problem.
Yeah. But the other system where the 4 teams went from it led to some pretty ugly games too in the past.
But look at this though. You got Booker T. Washington in their region or district, whatever you want to call it. They only have 5 teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's all.
So tell me that you can't add a team to that region out there. Okay, I'm getting off my soapbox now.
That's all right, man.
I just don't think that adding the ninth district was the right answer. But
I think
we'll see as time goes on.
One thing you notice about that 9th district is that every single team in that district is from Memphis. So I mean, they must have maybe there's a travel issue there or something. I don't know, but.
Well,
anyway,
there's not that much of a travel issue. There's one road, and Booker T. Washington has taken it all the way to Alcoa.
Man, what a long drive. I've never driven to Memphis, but I've heard it's a long drive, John.
I've been on the bus back in the minor leagues to Memphis. I mean, that's bad enough. So it'll be the Warriors kicking it off. On to do the chores will be Marquette Walker, number 60. Big kid Walker. I don't think this is quite right. They got him listed at 6'8", 195. That ain't ringing. Might be about 5'8". Deep to receive will be Hodge, Tony, and James. And we're ready for some tornado football.
Yes, sirree.
12 minutes on the clock. The whistle's blown. And the kick is away. It's a line driver. It's going to settle to Chase James at the 15. He's to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And out across the 40 to the 43-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Alcoa at that point.
Nice little run back by Chase. Up to the 42. Good field position for Alcoa to start off on.
And no huddle. Alcoa is out and over the football. Split to the bottom of your screen will be Sam Thompson. To the top of the screen, Ben Hughes.
And that's Chase James way at the bottom. Sam's in the slot there.
Yeah, kind of almost at a wing.
Yep.
Different look.
Troy
tight end to the right.
By himself in the backfield. And
Randall Cobb. Play action, fake,
play
looking to jump it off underneath it. It's Tyler Robinson breaking one tackle and running over a couple of more. He's into Warrior territory across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Alcoa.
14-yard pickup on that play, and that was just like it looked on the chalkboard, I'm sure. Little play action, held everybody up for a minute, and Tyler Robinson didn't have anyone within 5 yards of him. We're coming out running and gunning tonight with no huddle.
Randall Cobb gives to Hodge. Hodge hit in the backfield immediately. There on the stop is Kerry Love.
Good hit there. That's going to be a 2-yard loss.
It's going to be more than that. Well, now they're bringing it back up. You're right. Right at 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down now, 12.
The rare Alcoa loss on any play, let alone a running play. Pitch out to Sam. He's wide open. He's going down the sideline, and he is going to. Well, he did step out of bounds. They finally bring him down on the 16-yard line. He danced along that sideline down there, John. Just a little swing pass. It's hard to tell whether that was a pass or a lateral, but since he caught it, it didn't matter.
Well, if it's caught behind the line of scrimmage, it'll go as a run. It'll be all the way down to the 16. It'll be 1st and 10. We've got the whistle blowing. Play dead for a moment. I think we've got a clock malfunction, and we've got some new advertisers at the top of the clock, if you will.
Yes, sir. We appreciate Green Bank contributing to the cause, and along with the Dynabody Gym and Fitness Store. Green Bank, formerly known around here as American Fidelity. And we appreciate them supporting the Alcoa Tornadoes, that's for sure.
And as the ball comes to rest, 1st and 10 with the ball at the 16-yard line. We had clock problems 2 weeks ago here at home.
Yeah.
And the clock operator is going to make his way upstairs. Shaking his head, saying, not again. Well, look at it this way. You could be playing at William Blunt.
That'd be a long walk, man. That's right. We'll be breaking. We said back. We'll be back in a minute. TV timeout. Game starting tonight, John, a half hour early, so the kids from Booker T can get home at 3:30 instead of 4.
Well, you see, you brought your joke book with you tonight.
What can I say, man? It's just naturally part of me. It's a long way to come to face a team as good as Alcoa. You know, it really is, man.
Well, it's a growing experience.
I know it is. But man,
hey, they're taking a chance that a lot of teams around here won't take.
For sure.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Cobb now in the shotgun. The lone back, but with him is Herbert.
Inside handoff.
Thompson, and Thompson is ahead for a gain of 1. Actually down 2.
Yep.
As the ball was spotted at the 17, now down to the 15.
That inside handoff can break for big yardage, though. That little cross-buck kind of thing they run there. Troy Hodge comes back into the game. Checking out is Herbert.
Alcoa now 4 wide. As another thing we could point out is we're still having clock problems.
Yeah.
The absence of Coach Gary Rankin on the sidelines tonight. He is up in the press box.
Recuperating, I understand.
Yep. Convalescing, if you will.
Okay.
So William Henry down there giving the offensive signals into Cobb. Yeah, as the clock is stopped with 11:19, and it'll be wound. Should be wound on
Josh Kincaid and Miles Connor there on the line.
Well,
along with Jeff Hickman.
Now the scoreboard just went completely blank, and
then came back up again. And Seth Calder, help me out there, man. 64. I don't see his number on here. Offensive left tackle.
I don't know. Somebody's changed numbers, didn't tell us.
They did, yeah. Messed me up there. as an old lineman, I like to give the lineman their mention because that's really what makes the team go, man. Tight end split out wide to the right.
Randall Cobb on the option. The give goes to Hodge. Hodge looking to break to the corner. He's got it down to the 10-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. So it'll be a gain of 5.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Troy got about most of that on his own. A little bit of head fake there, juke to the inside, and he got outside there. But it is 3rd and looks like more like 3rd and 4. So time for a play. We don't want to come down this far. And
it might be Marsh. That might be Justin Marsh there at the.
Is that right?
4. We'll see. We'll check on that. Get that at the half. Randall Cobb on 3rd down. Play action fake. Now he's going to tuck it under, making a move, and he's going to be into the secondary and into the end zone.
Man, I tell you what. I won't mention him by name, but number 25 really took a bite on that fake, didn't he?
Yep.
I mean, he had him nailed dead to rights, and that's just an athlete.
So Hodge scrambles in from 10 yards out.
I'm not sure that one was like it was on the chalkboard. But, when you got an athlete like Randall, you just say, well, okay, anything's liable to happen. He sure made that look easy, didn't he?
Brodus on to attempt the point after. The snap, the hold by Cobb. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:53 to play in the opening period, Alcoa leads 7-0.
Well, just a straight march down the field, John. How many plays did you have there? 6 or 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays covering 57 yards.
And I mean, one of those plays had -2 yards. So
the big play, of course, being the swing pass to Thompson.
Yep.
He took down to the 15. That was a 28-yard pickup. But
that's what you come to expect. What do we have next week, John?
I don't have a clue. Hadn't even looked.
Is it CAK?
No,
it's not yet.
I don't know.
Wartburg.
I think it is Wartburg.
Yeah, I read somewhere where they're just saying CAK expects to be 5-0 when they play Alcoa.
Hope so. Like to see it.
Yeah.
Thompson, he beat the Warriors.
Brodus back to kick. Kid's been in the end zone just about every time he's kicked, of course.
Yeah, he's been pretty stout.
He has. Look at that high,
shorter.
Man.
It's going to be settling down. Well, actually, the wind caught it
into the end zone, man. That ball, that had some height on it, didn't it?
He put the spin on it.
I tell you what, the height of that kickoff in high school, as long as it goes into the end zone, doesn't matter. There's no run back. But if it doesn't make the end zone, the height makes so much difference because it gives that team, the coverage team so much more time to get down there. Before they can set up and get ahead of steam going. Man, that ball was kicked nice and high. That was a beautiful kickoff.
All right. It's going to be a little single wing here. Looks like from Booker T, the quarterback, DeAndre Buford. Good athlete. And Buford is going to give to the left side with the football, Seville King. King breaking tackles into the Alcoa secondary. He's going to be ahead for a first down. That's a
nice
gain of 11.
Run of 11 yards there. Dossett and Robinson, the defensive ends. Coulter, Womack, and Hickman playing the interior line positions, and they'll be shifting in and out, giving each other a break, and that's something that the Alcoa defense has done really well in the last few years, is rotate those linemen in and out. So they got something left when they need it at the end of the game. Troy Hodge is in a linebacker spot.
High snap. The give goes inside. Not much there for Arsenio Jones.
Yeah, that wasn't going too far, and looked like Jalik Tony was in there messing that play up.
It'll be a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down, 9 with the ball placed just short of the 32-yard line. Jalik and Jerron both playing defense. Troy Hodge in there as well now, as it's 2nd down now, 9.
Sam Thompson back there kind of at the quarterback position at the free safety. Hodge, a linebacker, Rube, Miles, and Tyson.
Looking to pass is Buford. Buford scrambles, and he's going to be wrapped up. No,
he gets away.
And here comes James, and he blocks it. James getting his hands up and blocking the pass.
Went into the hands of an offensive lineman who picked it up and rumbled for about 2. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12, 3rd and long.
And the pass was actually completed to Larry Winfield, who wears number 66.
Well, the quarterback did a good job of escaping there, but when if he's scrambling like that all night, he's got a problem because
with the ball placed at the 29-yard line, it's 3rd down now and 12.
Tony and Chase James out at the halfback positions.
Buford in shotgun, throws complete, but not for much of a gain. As coming down with it is Jeremy Williams. And Williams will get the ball out to the 34-yard line where it'll be 4th down.
Jalik Tony again in on the play there, doing a good job. Did he block that last pass? Was that Jalik?
No, it's Chase James.
Chase James, okay. Troy Hodge and Randall back to receive the punt. I smell reversed. You?
We'll see.
Not a bad kick. Troy's going to have a play on it, and he's going to just catch it and run with it. Reversing his field, coming back, picks up a nice block from Chase James. He gets around a corner, fakes one man out. He's going to get finally caught from behind at the 30-yard line. That was a nice run. Chase James had a nice block, 25 yards back.
Brought down by Bankston.
So Alcoa takes over with 8:40 to play in the opening period. 1st down and 10 with the ball at the 30-yard line.
Herbert checks in, and Troy Hodge comes out. Randall in the shotgun.
Tight end set to the right side, Tyler Robinson. And the handoff is faked, and Cobb with the football, gaining 5.
Keeps. Brought down by Thomas.
He's going to do that a couple more times, and then that fake's going to become a handoff, and there's going to be some big yardage there.
Thompson in the slot. Chase James, the backup quarterback at the...
And there it is.
Yep, and
as predicted.
Herbert into open field. Herbert ahead for the 1st down and is tackled at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10, Alcoa.
See, Randall's got him looking for that fake and run, and then the fake becomes a handoff, and Herbert was through there before they knew it hit him. Nice run, too.
10 Tornadoes.
The ball is marked at the 12. 13-yard pickup by DeAndre Herbert. 1st and 10. Cobb fumbles a snap, a ball on the ground, he gets it back. He was going to be looking for the fade to Chase James on that one. As James had single coverage there at the bottom of the screen. But to no avail, it's a fumble, and Cobb gets back on it.
Just the loss of down with no yardage there, but at least we didn't lose the ball.
It'll be 2nd down and 11 with the ball now at the 13-yard line. Herbert switches sides here on 2nd down. Snap to Cobb. Cobb keeps, and he's gone.
Yep. Won't even be close. Okay.
So we got a injured player, and that's DeAndre Herbert.
Yep.
Slow to get up as Cobb scores from 13 yards out.
Peggy Brett out on the field to check him out. Peggy, the longtime trainer here at Alcoa, does an outstanding job with these young guys. Thanks to her and all the crew there at Appalachian Therapy for all the support they give to athletics year-round throughout Blount County.
Yep. I didn't see them at the Bread of Heaven at lunch today. I eat lunch at Bread of Heaven every Friday, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Can't miss me. I'm the one talking a lot.
I haven't been there in a while. I need to get back there. I mean, good food, man.
Oh, yeah, good food and good people.
Yep. All right. DeAndre runs off the field under his own steam. Good to see. Peggy must have just touched him, and say, get up. And he's up.
Cobb to hold.
I'm not going there.
I'm stopping. Let's put it that way. I've gone far enough. Here we go.
Here's
Good
the snap, the hold by Cobb, and Brodus' kick splits the uprights. So with 7:07 to play in the opening period, your score, Alcoa now 14. The Warriors of Booker T. Washington 0.
I tell you what, man, that Brodus has got a leg on him, but he's a skinny-looking rail, man. Where's that power coming from? It must be all technique, because he is just drilling the ball.
Oh, look at those calves on him.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, they need to. Mom needs to give them extra helping at the dinner table. Ain't no doubt about that.
Yep.
7:07 to play, and the good guys streak out to a 14-0 lead.
Whoa.
Big games around the county tonight. Maryville travels to Powell, William Blunt, and Ooltewah getting it on down in Lower Allenwick.
Yeah,
and that is a big game
That's
right there.
a big game up in that 5A Region 2. Both teams undefeated, both ranked in the state.
The Jeepers, the top 4 teams in that region are ranked in the state. Oak Ridge, Ooltewah, William Blunt, and Farragut, all 4.
Yep.
So Brodus on to kick it away. Deep to receive is somebody that's not on my roster.
Jesse Hodge and Daniel Robinson on the kickoff team. Jonathan Henry. Ben Duncan. Chase James down at the far end. Moving down the right side. You see Cameron Foster, Jalik Tony, Troy Hodge, and Jerron Tony. Man, it's a fast kickoff team, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty speedy.
Just look at that group out there. That is a fast kickoff team. What's going on here? We got an Alcoa. Is that Rob Doherty coming on the field with the referee?
That's him. I would assume that Rob gave him the paychecks before the game, so that can't be what this is about.
Yeah. Well, don't know what's causing the delay here.
Well, I don't know if it's about the scoreboard or not. This is a brand new scoreboard. Need to get these kinks worked out.
Yeah.
We don't have a monitor up here tonight. It's just not hooked up.
Referees having a little discussion about something. Everybody just standing around.
All right, little pep in the step now. We're getting ready to play some football. Sorry about the delay and listen to Mine Lane's senseless ramblings.
Don't need a delay for that, man.
Nah. Brodus has the ball
here
on
we
the end, and he'll kick it away. The spinning kick is going to settle down to Dotson at the 5, and he's to the 10, 15, looking to make the corner and not going to get it. Justin Duncan, Ben Duncan there, 13 on the stop, makes the tackle at about the 12-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
John, that was like a 22-yard run back. Unfortunately, it was all left to right.
Yep.
You know, when on a run back, man, you got to get north and south pretty quick for something to happen. And then once again, there was that speed, that coverage, because he ran away from a couple people, but there was just more people waiting for him there. Everybody had their lanes filled up nicely. Next kickoff, people at home need to watch that as they're coming down, see how the kids hold their lanes and don't necessarily immediately converge on the ball.
Quarterback DeAndre Buford behind center, actually in shotgun. He'll take the snap, looks to throw, ball away, complete. And out of bounds at the 19, actually the 18-yard line to Dotson.
Pickup of about 6 on that play. Pretty soft coverage there. Alcoa basically just saying you're not going to get behind me.
Second down 4 with the ball out at the 18.5-yard line. And again,
inside handoff
goes the number 28, and Rumbly, he's touched the ball twice for good yardage.
Yep.
He being Seville King, the 5'8", 175-pound senior.
King on the carry.
See, he took the handoff and he went up the field, north and south. Now we can't let that happen too much. There's your first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
We continue with the shotgun formation with the 2 wideouts.
The give
Inside
again goes
handoff.
to Seville
got some
King.
room.
And King's to the 35. Good open field tackle by Troy Hodge,
Yep.
but not before King is ahead for 7 yards.
Yeah, but he had about 7 or 8 more if Troy didn't come over and get him. But we just can't be giving up 7 yards a clip. Excuse me, everyone. The defense will make some adjustments here. One thing you'll see as you watch an Alcoa football game, something might be working or looks like it's working against Alcoa, and then somehow we're along in the second quarter, it's not working anymore. And that's just those good defensive coaches making adjustments.
King with 20 yards on 2 carries will get the ball again, looking to make the end and having
There
to
you
turn
go.
it in. Good job, Tyler Robinson, that time getting up the field and turning it back in where it was
Hickman and Mike.
Hickman making the stop along with Connor Miles.
And no gain or maybe a loss of a half, something like that. But it's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Third down 1.
So on 3rd down and short, the Warriors coming to the line. Buford gives to the short back, and that's not going to be enough for the first
Doesn't
down.
look good from here. Nope.
Arsenio Jones on the carry. And
up
Jones is stopped up.
Getting up
Well,
to the bottom of that pile is.
Pretty good spot, but it's still
Yeah.
well short of the first down.
Carries.
Well, I don't know about well short.
Sam Thompson all the way up into that play from his safety position. You actually need to measure that? Okay.
It's about a foot short.
Yeah.
As the clock stops with 4:45 to play in the opening period, Alcoa leading 14-0. Actually, it's closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, still short though.
Well, got nothing to lose.
It's amazing how often we get into this discussion. You know, when does a coach start looking desperate? You know, when they're playing Alcoa. Because, I mean, you know, we're still in the first quarter and you're in Alcoa territory, and so you're going to go on a 4th and short here? It looks like they are. Of course, it could be the old proverbial, let's see if we can draw them off sides with a heavy count.
Quarterback's under center.
Whoops, that won't
That's
work.
going to cost him.
Yep. Drew somebody off sides, but it wasn't an Alcoa player.
The slot man, Jeremy Williams, jumping early, and that's going to cost him 5, and that'll definitely change the mood of the guys in green and gold.
Can anyone
Wow,
over
that's
there?
a big mistake.
Can anybody over there say punt team? Here they come. Here's another thing, John, I've noticed over the years doing Alcoa football. We call for the punt team. Probably 8 players went out on that field.
Line drive is caught by Cobb, and Cobb looking to get
Hand
to
off the
Hodge.
reverse, and
there's
boy.
the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Look out. Whoa. Yeah,
Okay.
they threw a flag on that one. And it's going to be Owens going to be called for a block in the back, although it was more of a block on the side. But
Yep.
nonetheless, a block that was unnecessary, in my opinion. So Cobb's run back is going to be nullified, and it'll be probably, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which is going to be at the 38 or so, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that kick was low and short. and the reverse was on, Randall probably would have been better off just catching that ball, keeping it going up the middle of the field. But that's a technicality. But you get a low short punt like that,
46.
it's like picking a pass off. Anyway, here we go. 1st and 10 Alcoa on the Booker T 46-yard line. Randall getting to play in.
This probably be this probably be Randall's last series, I'd say, if they score here. Cobb under center.
Yeah.
Cobb swing pass. Troy Hodge. Hodge in open field.
Gets
looking
past
to
one
get a
player.
block, and he does get. He's got the first down and out of bounds at the 27-yard line, 28-yard line.
Pickup of 18 on that play. That play just looks pretty much like it's there for the taking. Deontay Herbert getting ready to check back in, so we know he's okay. Well, he changed his mind and came back, but he's still okay. Going with no huddle. He didn't have time to get in.
18 yards on the run by Hodge. Cobb under center. Fumbles another snap. The ball on the ground, and he got it back again. That's twice.
Yeah.
Fumble carried by the Tornadoes. Second down.
Booker T player had a good shot at that ball, and it ran right under him.
Second down 11 as the ball is moved back down to the 29-yard line. It is a humid night. It's not really that hot, but that humidity is still up there, so that ball may be a little bit slick. Tyler Robinson, tight end, set to the right side. Cobb, play action, looking to throw. Now he tucks it under, and down goes Cobb.
Loss of about 2 or 3 on that. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long. A rare circumstance for the Tornadoes. Let's see what they turn it into. John may be getting just a little lackadaisical here, in this series. Need to snap out of it and stay sharp. And like you said, coming pretty close to, even though we're still in the first quarter, coming pretty close to sub time.
Third down now, 14 yards to go. Randall Cobb takes a snap. It's a straight drop screen. Tyler Robinson
Gets past one
breaks
man.
one tackle and runs over a couple of more. Well short of the first down, and it'll be 4th down and about 7 yards.
Yeah.
And we can see what kind of leg Brodus has here, maybe.
That's what I like to do, but then again, I'm just the announcer up here.
He doesn't have his helmet on.
He's got it in his hands, though. He's like saying, he's looking over there, saying, Coach. No, not, here he comes. All right. I like the call.
So it's going to be about a 42-yard attempt.
Do this now in a game, so when you need it sometime and you're tied, it's not his first try at it. He's got the leg to get there. Let's see how we do with this. We need a good execution, a good snap, a good hold.
On for an attempt of 44 yards. It's a fake.
It's a fake.
Cobb, he's got Robinson wide open.
Oh, man.
And underthrew to Heron Tyson. Wow.
I like the play in theory. I liked it in the design.
It looked good. I think he chose the wrong receiver.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see the kick tried too. But like I said, that's why we're up here.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs with 1:41 to play in the opening period.
We're up here in the good shirts and everything, but still, it's not our call.
No.
Be 1st and 10. Booker T coming back the other way. Got the ball on their own 25-yard line. They stay in shotgun.
King, and King shakes and bakes, and he'll lose one.
You see, that play was working before, now it's not.
Carries brought down by Tony. Second down.
And incredibly enough, John, there's a minute and 19 to go in the first quarter. Still, first quarter.
But Booker T still in this game. Down 14-0. Quarterback Buford fakes. Swing pass is thrown low to King, incomplete. Rushed that one a little bit.
Yep.
King incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
As Josh Dossett just got pancaked.
Jalik Tony being the gentleman there, he could have drilled that guy on that play, and he just ran past it.
Aubrey Phillips, all 6'6", 310 pound of manhood, all over Josh Dawson.
Hey, you can see he sticks out out there, doesn't he? He's a big boy. But you got to run too, man.
Third down 11.
Who was in here 3 weeks ago, and they were all so big? White House.
High snap. Buford pulls it down. Ball away. Incomplete. Off of the hands of Jeremy Williams. Fourth down.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Williams. It'll be fourth down.
Quarterback needs to have just a little bit more patience.
Yep.
He's got the time to throw. They're not hassling him yet. But he's got a quick trigger, wanting to get rid of that ball in a hurry.
Yeah,
And
they're not giving him anything deep, and they've been successful on a couple 7-8 yard pass plays, but that one he did fire that a little too soon, a little too hard.
high snap, and the kick by Williams is away. End over end, settle it down to Cobb at the 50.
Fake it this time.
Fakes it.
Cut back.
And there's the wall coming this
could
way.
Be trouble. Yep.
All the way down to the 15-yard line is Randall Cobb.
Yep.
So Cobb.
And you know, John, what we're seeing here, we're seeing some advertisements for teams that are coming into town later, or that we're going to go see. So that punt goes back there, and Randall's back there along with Troy. They're not going to know which way it's going. They're going to be saying, is he keeping? Is he reversing? Because they've reversed before. He's faked a reverse, and.
First and 10 with the ball at the 15-yard line. Cobb, 35 yards on the return. Yeah, it gives you a lot to think about. There's no doubt about that. Dondo is into the ball game. He'll be split to the bottom of your screen. Sam Thompson to the top. Gives second back through Jerron Tony, and Tony is ridden down by the aforementioned number 55, Aubrey Phillips.
Not till he turns out 4.5, close to 5 yards. 4. Let's call it 4. That's a nice little straightforward run.
And that'll probably do it for the first quarter.
Jerron carrying that extra 200 pounds.
Yep.
Extra 150 pounds more than he weighs with him on that run. Okay, that is going to be the end of the first quarter with Alcoa knocking on the door again, up 14-0.
Alcoa up 14-0, but it's not really been very eventful.
Nah.
Kind of sloppy.
Alcoa just
2 weeks off.
Yeah, Alcoa just with their fourth possession, scored on the first two possessions, and then had the
turnover on downs on the fake punt.
The fake punt that didn't work out. So now on their fourth possession, knocking on the door again.
But all three times they've had a short field to work with, Alcoa. After taking the opening kickoff out to the 43-yard line.
Field position's all been pretty lopsided, like total yardage. And one thing's a little different tonight. Probably Alcoa's got more time of possession, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, tonight they would.
See
out in the crowd, I see Darryl Tate along with Cody Marsh. They'll be playing tomorrow for Maryville College, as they will be playing Greensboro at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon at Honecker Field. But yeah, time of possession is definitely in Alcoa's favor so far tonight. New back into the game will be the fullback Taharon Tyson.
Now, Randall hasn't really aired the ball out and gone deep yet tonight. Of course, he can't now from where he's at. But
Michael Stubblefield is into the game as well at one receiver to give Hodge wide open. First down.
Yep, first down by about 1.5 yards. And Taharon Tyson is leading the way just by virtue of his bulk. Took up a couple of tacklers there. And Troy cut to his left off the Taharon Tyson block. And first and goal, Alcoa, ball on the 5-yard line.
11:52, and the clock is stopped. Why? I don't know. There we go. As Stubblefield is out, Thompson back in. Dondo going to be at the tight end to the left. And on first down and goal, the give, dead up the gut. Troy Hodge down to the 1.
Right to the 1.
Hodge carries.
Just running straight forward. It's the way to do it.
Brought down at the goal line.
Herbert checks out. Tyson checks into the game. Tyson comes out along with Sam Thompson. Dondo. Tyler Robinson checks out. But he wasn't supposed to. Double tight end set with 3 big backs in the backfield. What do you think is going to happen here?
Really tight set there.
Whoa,
Hodge
there it
walks
is.
in. Touchdown.
Excuse me.
Alcoa.
Scoring Hodge and the touchdown run.
Tornado touches down with 11:05 to play in the first half. The snap, the hold, the kick by Brodus is bueno.
Yep, very good kick.
The point by Brodus is good.
And with that to score, Alcoa 21, Booker T. Washington 0. Big day in college football tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got Alabama and Georgia. Got Kentucky, Arkansas.
Got
and
a lot of teams.
South Carolina going to LSU.
Yeah, a lot of teams this year 3-0 that aren't used to seeing that. You know, Kentucky, Alabama. It's been a while since Alabama's seen that. Indiana, 3-0. I mean, there's other 3-0. Purdue. There's other 3-0 teams out there, but they've been there before, like Ohio State and what's that other? What's that team down south?
That would be the Mighty Gators.
The Gators. Oh yeah, I know. I knew I'd think of them. If I thought about it long enough, I'd remember them.
Yeah, think about it, 40 points worth. half 100 on the boys here.
Man,
they're tough.
They are tough, man.
But another thing that we're getting to see is a lot of kids from the area and from Tennessee in particular getting playing time at these schools, and we'll talk about that here in a couple of minutes. Greg Cooper having a monster game for Miami last night. Brodus kicks away. That's way out of here.
Man, halfway back in the end zone, nice and high. I'm telling you, that's college kicking right there, man. You know what I mean? You get a lot of high school kids can put it to the end zone, but they can't kick at the next level because they don't get enough elevation on the ball.
Well, in high schools are kicking up from the 40, and colleges they've actually backed it up to the 30 now this year. But
you got to have some height on that ball, man.
Greg Cooper from Melrose played on those 2 great Melrose teams that fortunately lost to Maryville in the 2 state championship appearances. Cooper now a freshman at Miami, scoring a couple of touchdowns last night, having almost 100 yards on the ground. Looking pretty good.
Spread wide here with 2 receivers up to the top of the screen. 1 down. He goes the inside handoff.
King looking to stretch the sideline, and he'll break 1 tackle and runs out of real estate. Mowed under. He's going to lose a couple.
Yeah.
Actually, he's going to lose a few.
Nowhere to go. Alcoa's team speed. Just, Alcoa looks to me like they're giving up about, what would you say, John, 20 to 30 pounds? Especially along that line.
Yeah.
But that speed just makes up for it, man. I know I sound like a broken record here every week. Every week.
Don't make me hit you.
But that team speed is just phenomenal.
Either that or put a penny on your head.
You're showing your age now, dude.
The snap comes to Buford. Buford drops, throws over the middle, complete. Right at the sticks.
Yeah, they'll give him the spot on that. That'll be a first down.
And it's Jeremy Williams. Yep, and it's a left foot spot by the line judge across the 30. So it'll be a gain of 16,
right
first and 10.
He was there. All those kids at home right now are saying to their mom and dad, saying, what's a broken record?
All right.
What's a record?
All the way out to the 30, first down, 10 yards to go for the visiting Warriors of Booker T. Washington High School. Making the trek from Memphis. The snap, King again. He's got some room this time. He's to the 30, out to the 33-yard line.
That's closing up a little faster than it was before. Still, kids running hard.
David Williams in on the stop for Alcoa.
But there's going to be a pickup of 3.
Second down.
Kyrus has already got a couple of catches up in Kentucky this year.
Yep.
On second down, the play fake, busted play. And on the scramble is Buford. Buford making a one-man miss, but he's eventually wrapped up and dropped there.
This little pickup of about 2 or 3 is going to bring up a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Yep, Carlton Miles on the stop.
Third down.
As the ball is placed at the 39-yard line.
Seth Coulter out, Hickman in. As we rotate those interior linemen, those hard-working interior linemen. Nathaniel Robinson enters the middle linebackers. Alcoa has up with 4 linebackers. There goes the handoff on the inside.
And he's got the first down.
Yep, he does.
So Booker T. Washington on the running of King and Buford are able to string a couple of first downs together at the 8-minute mark of the first half. And that'll give them a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 43-yard line.
Ball still in their own territory. Do not believe they've broken into Alcoa territory tonight yet, have they, John?
No.
I don't think so.
The blitz coming here from the safety. Now Thompson backs off. Buford throws. Incomplete over the head of Dotson, and right there was
Tyler Robinson had a hand on that one. But like he deflected it. That was a good job.
Jalik Tony and Jerron had the receiver bracketed, so it wouldn't have been for much of a gain anyway. The incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 7:44 to play in the first half. Alcoa leading 21-0.
2nd and 10. Ball still on the Booker T 43. Same formation. I haven't seen much formation change here tonight, have you?
No. Buford dancing, throws over the outstretched arm of King. King out of the backfield.
Third down and 10.
And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Well, they strung together a couple of good runs, and now they just abandon it. So
throw the ball twice. Darrell Warren checking into the game. Taharon Tyson checking into the game, bringing in some young hitters on defense. They're young, but they're hitters. Both of them over here on the right-hand side. No, they do a little shift now.
I'll tell you, that's
Taharon
scary
Tyson.
seeing number 1 at a defensive end here.
Yeah, it is. And his name's Warren.
Yep, they're asking to get some help over there. On 3rd down and 10, Buford looks, pass, complete with the football, and down for a gain of right at 7 yards is going to be Dotson.
Thompson on the reception, brought down at midfield.
Ball right nosing up on the 50-yard line to bring up a 4th and 4. Pretty much the Booker T coach is saying, hey, this is as far as we've gotten already. Let's go ahead. Or a deep pass, or with this team, an inside handoff can do it. Let's see what the coaches put out there by design.
But the defensive backs from Booker T are playing pretty 20 yards off the ball. Alcoa with tight formation this time.
Something across the middle maybe, and then
Cobb scrambles, pass away, incomplete, right through the hands
of number 3.
Dotson.
Yep.
Wow.
Intended for Robinson. 2nd down and 10.
One of the things that's always amazed me in football at the high school level, you see it even sometimes all the way up to the pro level. Defensive back has the ball bounce off his hands, and his teammates say, "Way to go, dude!" You know.
That's why you play defense.
That's right.
If you catch that ball all the time, you'd be on the other side.
Right. You'd be on the other side. True.
23 seconds to go. 2nd down, 10. Alcoa a little unorganized. Hughes and Thompson to the left, Hodge and Robinson to the bottom of the screen. Cobb draw, breaking it in the open field. And he is ahead for the first down at the 39-yard line. Clock stops with 14.9 seconds.
Cobb keeps right down at the 38, or it's 1st and 10, Tornadoes.
Are we calling time, or are we just going to let it run out here? Looks like we're letting it run. We're going to come to the play. We're going to come to the line and get one off, but that'll be about it.
Cobb, play action. Looks to throw. He's got a man. Touchdown.
Touchdown. What a play. Sam Thompson.
Thompson on the 39-yard touchdown.
With no time remaining on the clock.
Sam Thompson.
That looked like the Doug Flutie pass, didn't it?
Yeah, that was a little bit more honest than the Flutie pass.
Yeah. Well, that receiver, that defensive back went up, thought he had a shot at the ball, but it was just up in the air too long. Sam just waited for it to come down and caught it.
And the point after by Brodus is good, and that extends the lead back to 29. 35-6 as halftime has come a calling. Well, so sloppy a little bit.
A little bit, you know.
2 weeks off and the coach not on the sideline. It's showing.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't think there's too many people here that think this is a real contest right at this point in time. So you get up 21-0. And you know the coaches don't like you when they get a little sloppy, a little lackadaisical like that. But man, that's hard to avert sometimes.
Well, and this is almost the same type of offense that CAK is going to come in here with. They're going to come in with the spread, and they're going to throw it all
too many
over
open backs like they've had too many open looks like they had on that one drive down there.
Because I mean we've seen what's happened with CAK when they had Harb. Harb hit receivers all night long. They just couldn't catch the football.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but they got a different bunch over there this year that can actually hang on to it, and it's going to be interesting to see what's going to develop in the next few weeks. That touchdown drive, 4 plays, covering 75 yards. Cobb with the big run on the draw on the third down to set it up. So we'll go ahead and take a break as the marching Tornadoes of Alcoa High School are going to take the field, and we'll enjoy the sounds.
Be back in the second half.
I don't have any idea.
I hope that my husband, he usually brings me something. They have Diet Dr. Hi, Gregory.
I'm doing well.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your general musical edification, the Alcoa High School Marching Tornadoes bring back the elements, an all-star tribute to earth, wind, and fire. A smooth collection of tunes from way back. Do you remember these? Rock That, September, Fantasy, and In the Stone. Brought to you tonight by the head groove master, Brian the Director Adler, percussion stylings by Anthony Bernhauser, choreographics by Corinne Booker, drum major Kyle Knight, and those captains of the band, Allison Gilmore, Kristen Manning, Jesse Rowland, and Isaac Stone. Drum captains, Jake Turnbull and John Hasseltuffel. There's a whole lot of rhythm going down here. And where would a marching band be without majorettes in the guard? Majorette Captain Melina Taylor, guard captains Amber Cunning and Katie Brown. So sit back, relax, and groove to the sounds of the Alcoa Marching Tornadoes.
Here we're back. A minute to go before the second half starts. Alcoa up 35-6. One touchdown away from the running clock. Coaches probably did, John, thinking a little chewing at the half. Like, you guys looked a little sloppy there on defense part of the second quarter. And
the linebacker play was relatively solid. Defensive line has got to get some pressure on the quarterback
a little more pressure on the quarterback, and
the back's got to stay with these receivers.
They figured out what to do with those little inside handoffs that were getting 6 or 7 yards a clip early in the game. They shut that down. Now they got to just shut down that passing game, just for reasons of form, if nothing else. I mean, just to show you can.
But Booker T will have the football to begin the second half. And they've had some success moving the ball the last 2 series. So we'll see what adjustments Coach Nix makes now that the pizza party is gone for the week. And Mr. Brodus, 3 out of 4 kickoffs have gone into the end zone. So
there's been a lot of what we expected tonight. We're sitting up here criticizing a team that gives up 6 points against 35. Criticize is not the right word. We're just kind of observing a little bit.
Well, I saw Coach Rankin at the break, and he used the same adjective that I use. Sloppy.
Yeah.
Start the second half.
And that's, year in, year out, that's been part of the coaching challenge at Alcoa, and that's, keeping your players sharp through games where they can win without being sharp.
Yep.
Because you don't want to be halfway through the third quarter or fourth quarter of a tight game before you start regaining your form. You want to start that game out with form.
But this week, actually, Alcoa losing a place in the polls without even playing. Good pasture back up to number 1. So you people in Middle Tennessee just keep on drinking that Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
So, got another kicker. No, we don't. Brodus puts a foot into it. It's high, it's deep, and it's not playable.
Into the end zone. Off the run back's fingers into the end zone. So it'll be Booker T first and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
And that has been pretty much their starting position, except for the one drive they started from the 12.
Yeah.
So
David Williams checks in the game.
they need more production out of him.
Yeah, he's a good
ball player.
He's a good ball player. He's a good hit deliverer.
He can find the football. Let's see what happens here. First down and 10 with the ball at the 20-yard line. Give goes to King. King wrapped up. He stays on his feet and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. We'll bring up second down and 10 with the ball still at the 20-yard line.
Coulter, I think, there with the early wrap that made him come back around again, and his teammates finished him off. Now if they put the ball in the air now, they need to have bad things happen to them. They need to get picked off, or we can't be giving up these 8 and 10 and 12-yard passes.
Need a sack.
Sack will make a big difference.
Quarterback DeAndre Buford waiting on the snap. Here it is, a play action. Buford now drops, throws over the middle.
Sam Thompson
jumps the route.
Oh, baby, almost picked that one off. Just what I called for. Sam, you could have made me look like a genius instead of you. You know? You already got 1,600 on the ACT or whatever it is. Make me look smart.
So it's
Sam had a beat on that one. That one hit him in the hands. That was a problem, you know.
Just a harmless, incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Third down 10. He jumped that route. He saw that one coming from yesterday. Back there with him now, Ben Hughes at the free safety
over the left side.
Tony moves up to corner. Yep. Buford. Here comes the heat. The ball's on the ground. Who's got it?
Alcoa has it. Nah, man, you can't be doing that against this team. Fumbled and recovered by Alcoa just inside the 10-yard line.
Troy Hodge.
I believe he just dropped that ball, didn't he?
Yeah, and Hodge pounced on it.
First down at the 10-yard line.
First and 10 with the ball at the 10. Actually, it's first and goal. As the ball changes hands with 10:58 to play in the third period.
Sam Thompson out wide to the right. Dondo
Single
up the top of the
coverage.
screen.
Single coverage to Thompson. This is Chase James in at quarterback. He keeps. There's
He
a
jukes.
flag
There's a flag.
flying, and James is into the end zone. Will it hold up? The flag was thrown deep in the secondary. I don't know what that could be.
I don't either.
Unless there's too many players on the field.
It could always be a hold when you start getting a play like that.
Well, the flag's in the end zone.
Yeah,
so
I know. That takes good eyesight.
1,
but
3, 4, 5, 6,
no, they're
7, 8, 9,
they're setting
10,
it up for the
11.
point after.
There's 12 players.
Yeah.
Yep, there's still 12 players. Now one runs off.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. 12 players on the field.
Can't stop him with 12. Chase James just made that play happen, didn't he?
Yep.
Because he was hit after about a yard or two.
By James is good.
But he wasn't hearing about that. James will also take Randall's place as the holder.
Well, he held on the fake field goal.
Yep.
Too. James takes the snap. The kick is up, and it is good.
Man, that's getting mighty automatic. I like that.
42-6.
42.
Let the clock run, right, John?
Yep, as soon
Let
as
the
they kick
clock
it off
run.
again. So Chase James, a 10-yard touchdown run against 12 Warriors, not able to stop him. On the scoreboard, they actually have the timeouts on there now, too. Mm-hmm. Cool.
(42-6).
Alcoa Tornadoes will be back in action next week as they will play host to the Bulldogs of Wartburg Central High School. Game time will be at 7:30 here at Goddard Field. And after that, the game against Oliver Springs, all need to know now. The game has been moved to Thursday. So mark it on your calendars. Stick it on your refrigerator. The Oliver Springs game will be played on Thursday, and next week, of course, will be Friday at the normal start time of 7:30.
Zach Witt in on a kickoff team along with Darrell Warren.
Yeah, got some freshmen in there.
Brother Walker, one of the great names in Alcoa football, Brother Walker.
And John
Kick
Meyer.
Short, but high.
And it's fumbled.
Bobbled a little
10,
bit.
picking it up and running with the football into open field. And getting close to Alcoa territory before being run out of bounds.
By the kicker. Kicker doing his job being the safety man on that play.
Dotson on the return of 40 yards. And somebody's still down, and that is Dotson. And I tell you what, as good as Alcoa's field is, that sideline is the hardest
Thing to go down on.
Oh, it's harder than concrete down on this sideline.
Peggy Brad attending to the injured player there. I'm thinking wind. Yep, it looks like he's okay. I think he said the wind knocked out of him, which can leave you on the ground for a while.
So Dotson returns at 40 yards to set up the Warriors with good field position at midfield, 1st and 10 at the stripe. It's a terrible kick by Tony. Or Brodus.
Yeah, it was high and short, but it was short, compared to his usual efforts.
I will give him a hard time now. We're already spoiled up here.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from midfield. Warriors goes to King. King breaking tackle still to the midfield, and there's a hold.
Yep.
And that's going to bring that one back.
Seen by more than one official. How many flags are there out there?
I don't know, but
I see 2, maybe 3.
Flags on the play.
That's all that can be, and that's what it is, blocking the back.
Holding against the Warriors.
I think it's going to be against Cox, number 65.
Well, the running back had some nice moves there, kept beating people, but there was somebody waiting for him every time he did it. So finally they got the penalty, and what would have been a 2 or 3 yard gain perhaps turns into a
1st and 21.
Yep.
With the ball resting at the 39-yard line. Against Alcoa's 4-man front, the corner comes off the blitz. The ball is away complete. With the football and out of bounds is going to be Love.
Pickup of about 6.
And that brings up 2nd down. But going out of bounds don't stop the clock here now. Ball out to the 46-yard line. Gain of 7. 2nd down, 13. Buford.
Ooh, look at that hold. My goodness.
Takes off with it, and now running out of room.
Brought down from behind by Tyler Robinson.
Yep. Robinson bringing the big quarterback down from behind. This quarterback, Johnny Buford, goes 6'1", 180.
Darwin Kerr got held something fierce on that. I mean, it looked like a dance, and still broke away and applied the pressure that flushed him out of the pocket. That was a good job on his part, but he was getting held so bad. I don't know how that didn't get called, but it's 3rd and 14. Any way you look at it, 3rd and 16.
The lone setback flanking Buford is Jones. Buford drops, throws, incomplete, as the pass was intended for Kerry Love.
Good coverage by Troy Hodge. He was
Troy
right there.
Hodge is right there with the football.
Yep. So that brings up a 4th and long. I believe you got to punt the ball here.
And that will be the case as Jeremy Williams drops back in punt formation for the Warriors.
Chase James and Troy Hodge back deep. Let's see, will we get just a straight run back, or will we get a little handoff here? Snap better than usual.
Shank kicked. It's a
Wobbly
driving
kick.
spiral.
Let that go. Yep. Ball goes out of bounds on the 31-yard line. The Alcoa ball 1st and 10. As the clock continues to run.
1st and 10 with the ball at the 31. So a good return by Dotson. Holding penalty puts them in a terrible down and distance situation, and they wind up punting it away.
Chase James comes in with the play. Jerron Toney in at the running back position.
Guess what I saw at the intermission? Juice.
Did you see the Juice?
I saw Juice.
How's he doing?
He's doing well. Doing well. James under center, 1st down, 10 to go. He'll take the snap, and he will give to Jerron Toney, and Toney immediately scampers forward for about 8.
Nice looking run. Wait for Jerron to break one tonight. It'd be the first game he hasn't broken one. If he doesn't, he's saying, give me that ball.
Yeah, he hadn't had a lot of touches tonight.
No. You know, we obviously know the names of most of these kids out here, but in some ways this team reminds me of the old Miami Dolphins no-name defense. Remember that? It's just like everybody's doing their job, and, you know, it's like, who's had the big night tonight on offense? I mean, obviously Randall's had some good plays, but just everybody doing their job, spreading it out.
2 freshmen in the backfield now. The give goes to Warren. Warren quickly into the secondary after getting the 1st down. Close to the midfield stripe.
Pick up of another 7 or 8, and it'll be 1st and 10 Alcoa, just short of the midfield stripe. But there's a few kids out there that just need a step. Boom. And they're gone.
So 2 carries net, 16 yards. 1st and 10 Alcoa. Toney back in, as is Herbert.
Daniel Robinson and brother Walker spread down wide to the right. Ben Hughes up on the top of the screen.
Man in motion is Robinson. Chase James, 3-step drop, pump fake, and down goes James. got to get rid of the ball.
That play took a little too long to develop. I believe that's the second play of the night that Alcoa's lost yardage on.
Loss of 5. Second down, 15. With the ball marked all the way back at the 43.
Always hate to see a player pulled backwards like that. I mean, Chase jumped right up from him and he was fine, but that's not a natural way to go down.
Right. Toss sweep with the football. Jerron Tony looking for a block from Herbert and doesn't get it. He'll get back close to the original line of scrimmage, which is the 47-yard line. He'll be actually marked at the 46. It'll bring up third down now on 11.
Third down.
Darryl Warren back in the game along with Taharon Tyson. Michael Stubblefield checks in. He'll be the wide receiver.
So the receivers here on 3rd and 11, Stubblefield, Brother Walker, and Hughes.
Two freshmen in the backfield.
Actually, Stubblefield was set up at the tight end to the left. Now Taharon Tyson will set up in the slot. High snap, give, fake. James, he's going to take off with it.
A nice
going
run.
Close to the first down. And it's going to be close.
He got grabbed way back at the 55 and pulled.
But that was a heck of an athletic play by Aubrey Phillips, the big kid.
Yep.
A monster, 6'6", 310. Riding Chase James. He's going to be just short of the first down.
Chase pulled him for 2 or 3, though, didn't he? That was a good play, though, because if he didn't get him, I'm not sure who was. So it brings up a 4th and 1, and Alcoa will apparently go for it if they don't run out of time. Thinking about it. DeAndre Herbert back in the game at the fullback position, with Warren taking the handoff, breaking forward for the first down. Nice run by Darryl Warren, because he was hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he
looked like a little bit of a mix-up in the backfield.
Yeah, it wasn't like picture perfect play, but he got the first down. The ball checks out. Cameron Foster comes in. First and 10 Alcoa on the Booker T 40-yard line.
As we're already nearing the 1-minute mark of the third period.
That running clock makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yep.
That's why they do it, I guess, huh?
James in shotgun. Snap comes to him. He hits his own blocker in the backfield and breaks away.
Still picks up 4 yards.
That's a good athletic run there, Chase James.
James keeps. Second down.
Bring up a 2nd and 6.
And now Cole comes to the line on what will likely be the last play of the third period.
A lot of substitution going on at the skill positions, the outside receivers in the backs. The beef's been pretty much intact inside in the interior line.
Brother Walker in motion. Chase James, play fake.
Cute little
ball
play.
Away, complete to Stubby, and Stubby breaking tackle. Stubby to the 15, and out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Stubby will not go down. Nice looking play. Nice catch and run. And that will bring up the end of the third quarter. It's the only thing going to stop the clock tonight, the end of the quarter, right, John?
That and the touchdown.
Yeah, and the touchdown the wrong way. The touchdown obviously will stop the clock, but that's That was a cute little fake in the backfield there, wasn't it?
Yep, that's one of those plays. It takes a little extra time to develop, and you got to make sure you're blocking squared away.
You have a little confidence in your offensive line, but it worked out pretty well. It looked pretty sharp.
Yeah, Stubby goes all the way down to, what did I say, the 14? So it'll be 1st and 10 at that point. 13-yard gain. Again, next week, Alcoa plays host to Wartburg Central as we continue along in our 6-game homestand.
What game did you go to last week, John?
I had every intention on going to Catholic and Webb, and then I just realized how much of a blowout that was going to be.
Yeah.
So I stayed at home.
Did you?
I just enjoyed the night off.
I didn't go to the game I planned either. I was planning to go to the Outback for the game there, but I ended up staying home too.
See you working.
Okay, Alcoa takes the field now. One more quarter of football to play here. And as is often the case with the Alcoa Tornadoes, the only mystery is going to be the final score.
Yep. But, yeah, Wartburg Central, game time 7:30 on Friday as they come here. And talking to Rob Doherty a little bit earlier in the season, he let me know that senior night, the Alcoa senior night, is planned for the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, cool.
So on 1st and 10, toss sweep comes
Foster
to Cameron. And Cameron
Foster,
got the
on.
corner. He's to the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Puts his head down for the last 2 yards. Good run, Cameron.
Cameron Foster on the carry. Brought down at the 5. 2nd down.
9.5-yard jaunt there. 2nd and very short. Ball just inside the 5-yard line. About a 1.5 to go for the first down, and
In
5 to go for the first.
Comes Will Thatcher. James takes a snap, gives to Cameron Foster, who
Right
races
up the
into
middle.
the end zone.
Good blocking scheme there, man. That was wide open. Nice looking run.
Will
Okay.
Thatcher walked through, kicked out the linebacker, and there was nobody there to touch Cameron Foster.
No need for anything fancy, just here it comes.
And the clock stops with 11:01 to play.
Snap, hold, kick, point. Okay, with 11:01 to go in the game, it is Alcoa 49, Booker T. Washington 6.
Brodus is just getting more confident every kick. Because, I mean, he come out to kick in the jamboree, obviously scared to death.
Yeah.
And
He doesn't kick anything like what he's been kicking.
nope. And then Ayala comes in and he plays the first couple of games, and he just kind of waits his turn, and his turn came, and he's made the most of it.
He's cashing in, that's for sure.
Props to him.
Zach Witt and Brother Walker. I got to find out, man. Does Brother Walker have a sister? And what's her name? That's what I want to know.
We'll get
Is
on
it Sister
that.
Walker? I mean, you know. Nice kick. High, deep.
Into the end zone.
Into the end zone, and that will end that. Now, don't even try, young man.
That's touchback number 5 tonight.
That's one thing about being a kicker for Alcoa. You get a lot of game situation kicks.
I would still just to see how he would have responded. I would like to have seen him try that 42-yarder earlier.
You know, I yap about that every week. You know, let the kick it, man. Put him out there and kick that field goal. 10-11 and running here. Booker T comes up on the
conventional
Up on the ball.
split back right here.
Is that a new quarterback, John?
No.
Okay.
Toss sweep, King looking for the corner again. He'll cut it back inside, making a couple of moves in the head for about 3 before he's wrapped up by Taharon Tyson.
That play turned back in nicely by the defensive end over there. And Taharon Tyson.
And King's had enough. He's been cramping up all night.
Yep. Not to mention getting drilled all night.
So the clock stops for the injury, 9:43 to play. And I guess this time we can thank the administration and faculty and staff at Alcoa City Schools for letting us bring you this broadcast. Director of Schools Tom Shamlin, High School Principal Scott Porter, Athletic Director Rob Dougherty. All part of the familia, if you will.
Yep.
The Alcoa family. And these video broadcasts are brought to you as a courtesy of Alcoa City Schools. And if you wish to have a copy of any of our programs, any of the programs that we show on Alcoa City Schools Television, Channel 3, just contact Debbie West at 984-7998 and give her the specific program that you would like to get. It's $5 for a VHS copy and $10 for a DVD. And all proceeds go to the John Morgan Chicken Fund.
Is that because John Morgan likes to eat chicken, or because John Morgan is a chicken? Which is that? Come on,
A little bit of both.
That's one of those statements can be read 2 different ways. You know, if you want to.
Anybody knows
Semantics a little bit there.
knows that I likes the Yardbird.
Do you?
But
You must be like in withdrawal with that KFC closed down over there.
absolutely. I mean, my buddies at work, they kid me. You know, they know that the KFC buffet is what I live for. And you know,
How many weeks till the KFC opens, John?
Well, the KFC buffets, you got your choice. You can go. They got one in the North City, Oak Ridge. They got one at the end of 411. There were 411 and Chapman Highway.
Yeah.
Meet Maryville Pike and Chapman Highway. I mean, those are the closest ones, and all I can do is sit and wish right now.
This KFC over here never had a buffet.
No,
it was just straight up. But the KFC buffet is a good idea. I'm not the buffet breaker that I used to be, man.
Well,
I used to be able to go to a Chinese buffet and change the national output. You know, what I mean,
Well, my thing every Friday. If anybody wants to know who I am and every Friday I am at Michael Colquitt's Bread of Heaven
at the buffet
at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm there. You can meet the legend.
Yeah.
And come and break bread with me there. I'll be breaking down the porch.
The people are going to be beating the door down at 1:15.
Is he gone?
Is he gone? And is there anything left?
No. But that's my thing. I get my guys from work, and we go over there and hit that buffet every Friday. As just about everybody from Appalachian Therapy goes over there too.
Yeah.
So
that's good to see a local guy have a startup like that and have it working for him.
In case you wonder who it is, it's Michael Colquitt. He was a former Alcoa tailback during the early 90s, and quite durable back at that. And those teams made some very deep runs into the playoffs. He was on the semifinal team back in '93 that went down and lost to Meigs County when they had Gary Meadows. That was a long night that night. Dick Abbott and myself endured. We had to sit in the Meigs County crowd, and they had the biggest loudspeaker system set that I've ever seen on the planet, playing "Eye of the Tiger" every break. And they did it upright, and they beat the number 1 team in the state that night, being Alcoa.
I was going to say, this kid's got more than a cramp. He's been down for a while. He's up now, but he's still not working too well on his own.
And that's Seville King, the 5'8", 175-pound senior. But he's probably had about 25 carries tonight, and
he's held up well. He's been asked to do an awful lot. On the next snap, the clock will start again with 9:43 left to go in the game.
And the clock rolls. Second down, 7 yards to go. Actually, 6. Well, yeah, 7. Reverse.
Comes a reverse. Oh, man.
All over it. Oh, breaking the tackle. And carrying the football will be Dotson. Dotson gets out of the tackle.
Jesse Hodge.
Hodge had him dead to rights.
Jesse Hodge just had that play read, man. He didn't make the tackle, but he made the play, you know. Back there, he's hitting himself in the thigh protector, saying, "Man, I had him." But once you tie him up like that and he starts dancing around, unless he's just that good, he's going to get nailed.
So Dotson will lose 1. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Travis Cotton checks into the game, along with Harold Murray, 2 interior linemen. Owen and Warren at the outside linebacker positions, and Austin Talent at an inside linebacker. As Alcoa has extra defensive back in the game, Austin Talent moves over to the right. Here comes a pitch.
It's a pass.
It's going to be a throwback, and it's going to be caught.
Buford making the catch.
Well, that razzle-dazzle picks up about 15 or 18, and it'll be a first down.
Yep. 18 is the number.
Brought down by Walker.
But he didn't get behind him.
First and 10, Warriors at the 39.
That ball was up in the air for quite a while, wasn't it?
Yep. And Buford had his man beat, but the safety comes over to make the stop.
Yeah. Ball was up there too long. It was just...
Buford trying to get his players set. As the clock rolls, 7:45, he'll be dropping back to pass. Ball away. Incomplete, in and out of the hands of Love.
Pass incomplete.
That'll bring up second down 10. The ball
7.5 to go in the game. 2nd and 10, ball on the Booker T 39-yard line. Ben Hughes along with Zach Witt back at the defensive back position.
Give up the middle.
Whoa, Daryl. I mean, whoa, when the ball is down, but I think they're calling it as down. But that was Taharon Tyson just busted that play up. There was no getting away from him either. And that's a freshman.
Tyson on the stop.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 14.
So Cox loses 5. 3rd down and 15. Buford looking to throw. He's got a man wide open, but he's going to underthrow him.
Oh, my goodness. Underthrew him. Ben Hughes had a hand on the ball. It bounced up off of another Alcoa defender. It almost pulled down by the
Zach Whip back there.
Yep.
And that'll bring up 4th and 15.
Yeah, one of those desperation tosses is going to get picked off here if there's enough time left. 4th and 15. They're going to go ahead and run a play.
Why not?
I can't think of a reason.
Well, no. They're going to drop back and punt. And they're going to call a timeout.
A little disheveled over there. Not quite sure who was on the field and who wasn't. 5:36 to go in the game. 49-6 Alcoa.
Well, what are you going to be thinking going forward from here? I mean, you got this one. It was a tough one to get up for. Next week is going to be an even tougher one to get up for.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't mean to disparage anybody's program or any kids that play football anywhere in the state, but man, next week's game is just,
Well, the lack of focus showed up tonight. It did.
Yeah. I mean, still in Wartburg's best year against Alcoa's worst year, it's not going to be a good game. Then you come out and you execute, and I'm not quite sure what happened there.
He's going to go down, tackle somebody. Austin Talent and Chase James
Back deep for that punt.
Yeah.
That will take place 5 yards deeper now. Little shift of personnel here. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
I think they changed their mind about kicking it.
And they're going to run a play. And he's going to put the ball up in the air, and he does have a man deep who catches the ball, and he got a first down out of it.
Pass complete to Love.
Been better off staying back to field the punt.
Yeah.
Oh well. Little breakdown in communication there. Coach Dix was calling for a timeout, but was not able to get it before the ball was snapped. And the gain is all the way down to the 24-yard line, and Alcoa will call a timeout
Alcoa
now.
calls a timeout, do a little regrouping, and figure out who's going to be out there on defense when we go out.
$40 yards on the pickup.
This is a scene we've seen a lot over the years, John. Late in the game, pretty big lead, visiting team keeps their first team players in, and Alcoa is giving kids a chance to play ball. They've been working hard in practice all week. Sometimes they move the ball, and this looks pretty much like from the line. Well, you got the freshmen in there. You got a mix in there of first and second string players. There goes the inside handoff that won't get much. 3 or 4 maybe. Clock running at 4:23.
To the second down.
That was Underwood on the carry. Gain of 3. Second down, 7. Buford drops. Pump fake. Throw should be interference, but no call.
They're going to just let him keep running.
Zach Witt tackled his man before he was able to try to catch the ball.
Bring up a 3rd and 7.
.320 and counting to go in the football game. Snap. Taken off with it is Buford. Buford has got the first down and goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Now, it looks more like the 8 or the 9, John.
I was just checking you.
Yeah. Did I pass? You all right there? Good.
You the man.
Yep.
How can I be the man when you're the man?
I don't know.
First and goal.
We could be like 2 men and a mic. We don't have a truck. We could be 2 men and a mic. 2 men and a camera. There you go.
The ball officially spotted at the 9-yard line. First and goal. 2:38. Buford, play action. He's rolling out, looking, tucking, and taking off with it. And going into the end zone.
Yep.
Touchdown Warriors. Buford carries for the touchdown.
I think the clock's supposed to stop there. It hasn't, but it finally stops at 2:19. $49-13 to score as
they'll go for 2. Buford under center, rolling, in trouble, throws. Ooh, right off the chest of would-be receiver.
Buford made a nice play out of that. He's going to look at that on the film and say, come on, man. I got drilled for that. And we dropped the ball. 2:19 to go in the game. 49-12. Alcoa. Just the question is, will Alcoa hold the ball for the next 2 minutes and 19 seconds with the clock running? I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
I'm going out on a limb here.
Sit on it and get out of here.
Yep.
So as time is winding down, we'll remind you Alcoa will be back in action next week as they play host to the Wartburg Central Bulldogs here at Bill Bailey Stadium, Goddard Field. Game time 7:30 p.m. on Friday. And if you can't catch the action live, catch it on the replays all week long on Channel 3. That's what we do. It's our job.
Yep. And do people listen to us, John? Every once in a while I'll be out in public somewhere and someone will make a comment that they like the broadcast or that I'm uglier than they thought I was going to be, you know?
I've never said anything about you having the perfect face for radio.
I definitely do, though. Okay, let's get this clock running here.
Yep. Food's getting cold.
It's 9:11 on the real clock here.
Markel Walker has it teed up.
Oh, my goodness, what are they doing? They're going to do an onside kick or something like that.
Let it go. Let it go.
Roll out of bounds and
take it there. Here we go.
That'll be a penalty, and Alcoa will take over with 2. I guess the clock keeps running here, huh?
Yep.
We might run one more play.
So Alcoa will take it 1st and 10 with the 35-yard line. As the clock is down to 1:30. And
it's like Logan Sharp will be in there taking a snap.
All right.
With Warren and Tyson in the backfield with him.
Logan Sharp, sophomore.
Stephen Isom split out one side, and Jared Jett split out the other side, and the inside handoff goes to Tyson, and he's got a hole, and he's going to pick up some yardage, and he is just going to rumble forward for about 17 yards as the clock ticks down to 1:05.
Pick up the first down, 1st and 10, Tornadoes.
Justin Hopke in the game. I try to pick up these numbers. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be.
Sharp, toss sweep. Cameron Foster. Foster breaking tackles. Foster into open field, and that's going to do it.
Another first down. That should be the last play of the game. Foster picks up 11 or 12.
Pick up the first down, 1st and 10, Tornadoes at the 35.
17 seconds and ticking. Will we run one more play? It doesn't look like we'll get up there. We can get up there and maybe run one more play. Let's see. It's going to be close. And the answer is yes. There goes the inside handoff to Tyson, and he rumbles along. He rumbles along for another 9 yards. And that will be the end of the ballgame, John.
Yep.
Final score, Alcoa 49, Booker T. Washington 12. Nothing in particular surprised me tonight. How about you?
I just a little bit sloppy on the defensive end, and that comes with having 2 weeks off. It's kind of like starting over again. I'm not a big fan of the open week. Once you get started, I like to keep it rolling, but we needed the off week.
Yeah.
And that's all needs to be said there.
We got football every week coming up for quite a few weeks, actually, when you consider that we run into the playoffs.
Yep, and I was just thinking about something today. We're less than 90 days away from the state championships. Yep. And it's time to figure out where we're at and where we're going, and I think we got a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Coming into this year, we had a lot of question marks, and a lot of them are answered now.
There's been a lot of answers. We've seen that, and it's going to be a couple weeks before we get anything stiff to run up against, but we'll just.
But looking at all the different people that got touches tonight: Darryl Warren, Taharon Tyson, Sam Thompson, Cobb, Chase James. Tony. Let's see here. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Jerron Tony, Hodge, D. Herbert got some touches. Tyler Robinson. Those are the people that touched the ball tonight. And folks, out of 70-man roster, that's almost 30% that got touches tonight.
Yeah. No. Alcoa looking strong, just like we expect him to be. Hats off to Booker T for putting up a good fight. God bless him for traveling that far to come play us. They got a long ride home.
Yep, have a safe trip home.
Hope to have a safe trip home, and we'll be back here next week to play the Bulldogs of Wartburg. So,
again, if anybody wants to have any broadcast tapes or DVDs of any of the Alcoa City Schools programming, once again, you can call Debbie West at 984-7998. And we thank you for watching.